It is time to visualize data in Google Data Studio, and I encourage you to think in a simple way. Data visualization, business intelligence, and all this related stuff is about answering questions. So we start with a question and we can answer it with visualizations. What examples we can find about this? For instance, if we want to know what is the best performing device for our ads, in this case it is clear that most of our conversions are happening on desktop. That's an answer from a question. Another question could be, what is our traffic performance? How much traffic we are getting over time? And we are seeing that we have a certain amount of traffic thanks to this time series. Or what about to know what are our best performing ads? In this case, we are visualizing a table with the Facebook ads we are doing, and we are visualizing metrics like post engagements, like likes, shares, and many more. This table helps us understand which ads are more effective. Another common question when we run Facebook ads is identifying the best hour. What is the best time to run Facebook ads? Well, a heat map lets us identify peak hours, the best hours of days and days of week when we are getting the most conversions. And there are many more examples, but first, let's understand the most common visualizations. The most simple one is a simple scorecard, simply displaying a metric that shows, for instance, the number of sessions or traffic we are getting. Another example is over time, seeing the performance of a specific metric. In this case, we are visualizing traffic by date over time. Another good example is visualizing a time series but with breakdowns. In this case, we are seeing over time our traffic but breaking it down into devices to know a pattern. Most of our traffic is consistently, in the vast majority, from desktop. Another good example is tables are the most common way to visualize data. In this case, we are visualizing 2 dimensions and 2 metrics. We are visualizing the page, which is the URL of a web page, and the page title, along with 2 metrics, the number of sessions per page and the average time on page for each one of those URLs. This is a way to display data to tell many stories. That's why tables are so useful and practical. They tell more stories than most of the charts. Also, we can note the distribution of our data. An example is visualizing our audience broken down by age groups to identify that most of our traffic are young people. But if I also use other demographic dimensions like combining age and gender, we can identify a pattern. Finally, we can see other examples to know, for instance, what is our best performing device. As we have said before, for this case, it is desktop. And finally, another way to break down our data is by geographical dimensions. So I could display my audience and breaking it down by city, country, or wherever. In this case, the data is telling us that most of our traffic comes from the US. Now that we better understand how to ask questions to data, now that we better understand the difference between dimensions and metrics, now that we know some types of visualizations just like pie charts, bar charts, time series, and so on, it is time to create them on Google Data Studio. So we will go back to our blank report, and to create a chart, I can go to add a chart. In this case, I would like to start with a scorecard. So I will click here and I will drag and drop it right here. In this case, the metric I would like to visualize is my website traffic. So instead of new users, which is the default metric, I would like to display sessions. So I am already visualizing that I have this number of sessions. I will Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V and I will display another metric. In this case, I would like to display bounce rate. And it works the same. When I create a chart or a specific visualization, I will see in the right side a set of parameters to set up my visualization. In this case, I have a scorecard. It is okay. The data source, remember, we are using the Google Analytics sample account for this exercise, and the metric, I want to change it. I don't want sessions. I would like to have bounce rate. This is because the Google Analytics account offers this kind of metric. Facebook ads, for instance, will offer me cost per click or CTR and so on. It depends on the data source. Okay, I have already created scorecards. I will create now a time series. So I will go to add a chart. I have 2 options actually, here or here in insert. In insert, I can go to time series and I will drag and drop it here. Now, let's change some parameters. By default, the metric is okay for me, it is sessions, but the dimension is date. This works for me, but time series let me have other time dimensions. I could say, okay, I don't want date, I want day of week. And then I can visualize my data by day of week, so I can visualize quickly that most of my traffic is happening on weekdays. But let's say I also want to visualize my data by month. So there is a dimension that is called month of year that lets me break down my traffic by months, telling me that most of our traffic has been happening in November. I will go back and I will choose date, because to me it is more practical to visualize it that way. Perfect, we already know how to create a time series. Let's create some distribution charts. So we can create a pie chart and a bar chart, and let's find out the difference between them. So I will go to add a chart and I will display a pie chart right here. I would like to display my data to visualize it by device. So the dimension, I don't want it to be date. I would like to be device category. I am seeing that most of our traffic is happening from desktop. This is great. I would like to create a bar chart to display my audience data. So I will go to add a chart. In this case, I would like to use a combined bar chart because I want to use two dimensions, age groups and gender. Okay, by default the dimensions are date and device category, but the first dimension I want it to be age. Perfect, I am visualizing my data and the most common age group. Now I want to break down this data not by device but by gender. And here is an important difference between pie charts and bar charts. I can sort my bar charts and I would like to display in order of age. Here I will show you the most important difference between bar charts and pie charts. With bar charts I can sort my data. I wouldn't like to sort it by sessions. I would like to sort it by age groups. And I want to make it ascending. With both bar charts and pie charts I can visualize the distribution of my data. The difference is with bar charts I can visualize it with an order. In this case, age groups have an order from younger people to older people. It is time to make our dashboards more powerful by being interactive, by adding more context, more data and styling. So let's get started with controls and filters.